1. The Council of Worlds. In the Grand Chamber of the Galactic Council, 92 species gathered beneath the light of 3 suns. Holographic banners floated in the air, each displaying the signal of a different civilization. The mood was tense, almost mournful. At the center of the chamber rotated the image of a dying world, Cryos 9, a massive planet whose molten core was destabilizing. Without intervention, it would explode within 10 rotations, taking 3 inhabited moons with it. The mission was simple in theory, but suicidal in execution. Someone had to dive into the core, deploy a stabilizer, and manually ignite the energy lattice. The virile of the sapphire cluster declined first. Our calculations show a 0% chance of survival, their representative said, crystalline skin flickering. We will not send one of our kind to certain death. The insectoid Franks hissed next. Our carapaces would liquefy under the pressure. The AI mind of the Action Collective processed for less than a second. Mission rejected. Loss of unit efficiency exceeds acceptable parameters. One by one, every civilization refused. When the last delegate turned away, silence fell. Only the faint hum of the translation orbs filled the chamber. Then, from the far end of the room, a human raised a hand. The council chair blinked. Earth delegation, you wish to speak. The woman, Ambassador Elena Torres, leaned forward with a grin. So, let me get this straight, she said. You need someone to dive into a molten planet, plant a stabilizer, and probably die doing it. That is correct, replied the chair. It is an impossible mission. Elena shrugged. That's all. 2. The human factor. No one understood humanity. They were a young species by galactic standards, barely 500 years into interstellar civilization. Their ships were clunky, their biology fragile, their technology, compared to most, primitive, yet they were everywhere. They had colonized frozen moons, terraformed desert planets, and even built settlements inside gas giant atmospheres. When others hesitated, humans volunteered. They have an obsession with challenges, muttered a virile observer. It's pathological. It's cultural, replied the archivist. They evolved on a death world where everything tried to kill them. Risk is part of their psychology. Still, no one believed they would truly attempt the mission, until the next morning, when Earth submitted a full plan. 3. Operation Dawnfire. The mission code name, Dawnfire. The ship, Odyssey 9, a prototype deep-bore vessel capable of surviving extreme heat and pressure, at least for a few minutes. At its helm was Commander Amoni Reyes, a former test pilot who had once flown through the atmosphere of Jupiter for fun. When asked why she volunteered, she simply said, someone has to do it. Might as well be someone who enjoys a good view. The council watched in stunned disbelief as humanity worked. While other species simulated scenarios for centuries before acting, the humans built their ship in 20 days. Their design philosophy was simple. If it breaks, patch it. If it fails, adapt. When asked how they could risk such a costly mission with no guaranteed success, Reyes laughed. We've done this before. We call it Tuesday. 4. The descent. The Odyssey 9 launched amid storms of molten debris. Plasma lightning struck its hull, but the reinforced alloys held. Pressure increasing, said the onboard AI, Halcyon. Hull integrity at 93%. Good enough, Reyes replied, steering into the heart of Cryos 9. Outside, magma rivers boiled like oceans. The ship's shields groaned. Radiation levels spiked beyond measurable limits. Most species watching the live feed could barely comprehend what they saw. She cannot survive that, whispered the Clinton delegate. But humans didn't just survive. They adapted. At 9,000 kilometers down, the stabilizer array malfunctioned. The magnetic clamps jammed. Reyes unbuckled the harness. Commander, Halcyon warned, external exposure will be fatal. Reyes smirked. Yeah, probably. She climbed out of the pilot's seat and manually fixed the clamps, while the ship burned around her. Every heartbeat was agony. Every breath was fire. Yet she kept going. Why? Asked the chair, watching the feed in disbelief. The human ambassador smiled sadly. Because that's what we do. 5. The last transmission. The council watched as Reyes reached the core. The temperature was beyond measurable. The stabilizer array glowed white-hot. Her final message came through, voice distorted by radiation. To anyone listening, we weren't built to last. We were built to try. Tell my crew, I'd do it again. Then the signal cut. Moments later, the planet's tremor stopped. The core stabilized. Cryos 9 lived. 6. Aftermath. The council declared a moment of silence. Billions of lives had been saved, but at a terrible cost. For 3 days, humanity mourned. Every ship in the Terran fleet dimmed its lights. Messages poured in from across the galaxy. Respect, gratitude, disbelief. Then, on the 4th day, a faint signal appeared from Cryos 9's mantle. Odyssey 9 to Council Command came a static-laced voice. You didn't think I'd let some lava take me out, did you? It was Reyes. Somehow, she had survived. The stabilizer field had created a temporal distortion that preserved her ship in a quantum pocket. When it resynchronized with reality, she was alive, scarred, aged, but breathing. The galaxy erupted in celebration. 7. A phrase that changed the stars. From that day forward, that's all, became a universal expression for human audacity. Whenever a problem seemed impossible, someone, human or alien, would mutter the words that started it all. That's all. Children on 1,000 worlds learned about Rey's mission. Statues of her were built across colonies. The Galactic Council even amended its founding charter, adding a new principle known as the human clause. When reason says no, courage answers yes. 8. Why humans are different. Centuries later, scholars debated what made humans unique. Some said it was stubbornness, an inability to accept defeat. Others believed it was hope, a kind of emotional gravity that pulled them toward the impossible. But perhaps the best explanation came from the alien philosopher Tiva, of the Clinta Collective. Every species seeks survival. Only humans seek meaning. They would rather die for a purpose than live without one. And so, humanity became known as a species of the second step, the ones who always asked what came next, even when others stopped. 9. Epilogue, the monument at Cryos 9. Millennia later, long after Commander Reyes had turned to stardust, a monument stood on the plains of Cryos 9. It was simple, just a slab of obsidian carved with her likeness and a short inscription beneath. Every other species refused. Humanity asked, "That's all," and saved the world. Travelers from across the galaxy visited the site. They left offerings, alien crystals, data chips, and pieces of ancient Earth metal engraved with the Terran flag. The legend of humanity spread beyond science, beyond logic. It became something else. Faith. For in the cold silence of space, where logic ends and danger begins, the universe remembered the one species that looked at the impossible and smiled.